Hello, thank you so much for coming to my channel. My name's Lyndon, and in this video I want to explore a fantastic pattern. This pattern can really be a game changer. It's a scale pattern, and it can really be a game changer because it makes you work the root, the third and the fifth of every single mode of a particular key or major scale, and it's called triads. And the reason that it's called triads is that this was invented by Chinese gangsters. No, that's not the reason at all. It's because it hits the root, third and the fifth. Okay, that is the real reason. In order to show you this pattern really clearly, I'm going to take you through to the other room, if that's okay, and have a look on the piano, because piano is so visual, beautifully visual, that you can see exactly what's going on. So let's go through to the other room and I'll show you how this pattern works. This is a fantastic pattern called triads, and it's so easy to see on the piano. It makes so much sense. So look, this is my C major. C is always to the left of the two black notes. So that's C and D, E, F, G, A, B and C. And this pattern is really straightforward. It's called triads because it hits the root and the third and the fifth. So you get the triads of every subsequent note of the scale. So the first, third and fifth on the first note, and then you do exactly the same on the second note, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, seventh and the eighth, and then you do this exactly the same thing in reverse. And one of the reasons why this is so incredibly powerful is that it's giving you the root, the third and the fifth of all of the modes in this particular scale. So that's giving me the root, third and fifth of C major, the root, third and fifth of D minor, root, third and fifth of E minor, root, third and fifth of F major Lydian, root, third and fifth of G7, root, third and fifth of A minor, root, third and fifth of B minor 7 flat 5, which is a half diminished scale before you come back to the root. So it trains me to be familiar with the root, third and fifth of all of the modes of that particular scale. So when I come to a chord chart, my fingers have got much more familiarity and confidence being able to hit the root, third and fifth of each one. It's an absolutely fantastic pattern. Okay, so that's triads, and as I said while I was sitting at the piano, this is incredibly powerful because it really gets you familiar with all of the modes, the most important notes of all of the modes of this particular key. Now today I'm going to be working with my beautiful tenor saxophone here, and I'm going to be demonstrating this pattern in the key of C for tenor saxophone. And coming down from there, and as you can probably hear, that is a fantastic exercise to get your fingers moving and get really familiar with the root, third and fifth of every single one of the modes in this major key. It's fantastic, and of course you can do this in all of the major scales or all of the 12 keys, and I recommend that you do, because then when you go to a chords chart and you see things like D minor 7 or A7 or E minor 7, your fingers are trained to hit the root, the third and the fifth of that particular mode, and that's really, really, really useful, because you can make a really fantastic solo just by hitting the chord tones of the chords in a chords chart. So that's really, really, really helpful. So this is a brilliant exercise to do. It's well worthy of your practice time, and I strongly recommend that you get it down. Let's have a listen to how it sounds with a backing track. And I'm going to be using one of my favorite apps for practicing, which is the Session Band bunch of apps, and this one is called Soul Jazz Funk Volume 3, and it's a 70s funk genre or vibe, and I've set it to C major 7 for the tenor sax. By the way, guys, I must say, honestly, I'm blown away with all of the feedback and the fantastic comments that I've had, and of course people buying me coffee. If you do find these videos useful, please consider supporting the effort that I'm making by buying me a coffee, and you can do that in the description link below, and it always makes a ripple of happiness shoot through my home, and sometimes my wife and I have a little dance, which is always good fun. So let's get back to this pattern then, and now I'm going to just play it dead straight to this backing track. And here's some improvisation using some fragments of this pattern. Sounds gorgeous, sounds absolutely gorgeous. By using these little fragments, you're not giving enough of the information away for the listener's brain to realise that you're using a pattern. They just think it sounds like fantastic improvisation, which it does. It sounds awesome. So that is a Triads pattern. Really, really, really useful. Fantastic finger exercise, superb for getting you to feel comfortable with chords, and brilliant for improvisation. I can't see what the possible downside of practicing in this way would be, and so therefore I thoroughly recommend it to everybody to practice this pattern. I do hope that's been useful for you. If it has, please do support these videos with your lovely supportive comments, or even buying me caffeinated beverages. That always goes down really well. Thank you so much, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye.